Eskimo Brothers reviews movie number 18, Back to the Future, from 1985. I'm Shadowman0050.
And as of now, I'm Soyboy Beta Cuck 69.
Back to the Future. Almost everyone's seen this movie. Universally praised. The story of a young 17-year-old high school kid from 1985 goes back in time to 1955, sees his parents, adventures ensue, and he has to get back to his own time. So this was probably when I was a kid, this is probably the first movie I saw that wasn't strictly for kids, like a cartoon. It was like the first time I saw a movie that was kind of for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
Like kids can enjoy it and so can adults. So, I mean, I grew up with this franchise. I love it. What did you think? How much of Back to the Future have you seen?
So, what is there? There's 3?
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
So, I kind of saw the first one before. It was during like a family function, so like I didn't catch the whole thing. I just saw bits and pieces, so I wasn't really sure. But when I did see it, I'm like, oh, that's pretty interesting. I like it. But after this, yeah, I did really like it. It's like he said, there is, I mean, yeah, it's not really marketed more towards kids. It is more, I mean, there are adult themes and phrases and things you'll see, but I mean, not like R-rated or X-rated or anything like that. But yeah, I'd say it's good for everyone. You have like, if you're a little kid, you see flames, you see Dr. Brown's crazy eyes and crazy hair and just over physical acting, just super dramatic. And I mean, I like that, so that was good.
I was amused.
Yeah. And then there is more like life lesson type stuff and more things about growing up and high school life and just life in general. So I think it was really interesting.
Yeah.
It was a fun movie.
It's a family movie, it's a comedy, it's a high school movie, it's science fiction.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of everything bundled into one.
Yeah. And a sweet jean jacket on Marty.
Yeah. You know, nothing's perfect. All things have their flaws. So, it happens.
What is perfect is the music.
I strongly disagree with that as well.
Really? To me, I always felt like the music was almost like another character in this movie.
Well, the last thing we need is the character of Huey Lewis.
I was talking about more like the orchestral score. But
oh, okay.
But
okay. Then yes, that's okay. I was okay with that. I like that.
Huey Lewis.
I mean,
did you notice he's in the movie?
I don't even know what he looks like.
Huey Lewis was the guy at the beginning of the movie when his band is trying out.
Okay.
When they're playing like a rockin' version of Power of Love.
Yeah.
He's the dude that tells them they're too loud.
Oh, he's the one. Yeah, he looks it around. He's one of the judges.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's Huey Lewis.
Yeah. Well, that's good if you know who Huey Lewis is. Nice little trick they put in there.
Everyone knows who Huey Lewis is, but you.
I'm proud. I'm proud of it. So, I liked. I thought it was a really good opening scene because the credits did kind of go a little long. I thought in the beginning, but the whole scene, there's all kinds of stuff going on, so it's a good introduction to it. Like, Marty walks in the. I'm just gonna call it the lab. I don't know what else you'd call it. But
Yeah, Doc's place.
Yeah, he walks into Dr. Brown's place, and you can tell what type of person this doctor is. He's very technical, very creative, innovative. So he has all these different machines doing things, and he loves clocks. And there's a lot of clocks, and it's pretty interesting, and then you see how Marty is. He comes in on a skateboard, like, hey guys, how's it going? That type of like that sound is it was great. I don't know how old he was at the time,
I
but
don't know either.
it was quality high school junior senior, just about to go to college ish. It was really nice.
We'll have to look it up. I would guess 24. He was a TV star already.
Okay. I mean, yeah, 'cause he had like the body type and the build
Yeah.
of like maybe like a high schooler, and the voice. And
He has a bit of a baby face.
Yeah,
Or at least did at the time.
mannerisms and stuff. So it was, yeah, I thought that was really good. I don't really know what else he did before that. Or
He was
that
the
I
star of the TV show Family Ties.
that sounds familiar, but
Never watched it?
I think I've seen a few episodes.
He was a teenager that was like very mature and very into politics and loved. He was very conservative, and the parents were very liberal.
Mm.
So that was where the
Okay.
comedy came from.
Okay.
His parents were hippies, and he was
Huh.
loved Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan kind of thing.
Nice. I thought like the first scene with his family was pretty kind of like realistic.
Yeah.
Like they're all like different types, different jobs, but still like around the dinner table. I did. I noticed there was a lot of different types of sponsorships, like even like clashing ones, I'd say, because there was a lot of Miller Lite stuff, but there was also during that family dinner there was his dad was drinking some Budweiser,
Yeah.
and in the beginning there's a guy with a Mountain Dew hat, and there's a lot of Pepsi, which is the same thing, but I thought that was it was nice because it wasn't like in your face, or at least to me it wasn't like in your face, but it was.
I never considered it, but when he goes in the diner in the 50s, he asks for a tab,
A tab.
which was a
Which is
Coke product.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
And then
Then he asks for a Pepsi Free, which obviously they don't make anymore, or they don't call it that anymore. But the problem is Pepsi Free was caffeine free, and then he says he doesn't want
you
something
want
with sugar.
which tab has no sugar, I
And
believe.
Pepsi Free was caffeine free Pepsi, not sugar free.
He's just checking all the boxes, I guess. What was funny about the diner was that was when he had just showed up in 1955. So he orders something without sugar. He gets a coffee, puts his change down. That change, statistically, from 1985 is probably not going to be stuff from the 1955 and before.
Yeah,
Like, it's
you wanna
probably
check
gonna
the
be-
dates.
Yeah, it'd probably be from the 70s, 80s.
The fuck is this 1973 quarter?
Exactly. So, yeah, I promise you it was not the right time period. But that's okay. There's a little something funny I noticed.
I have a nitpick from that opening scene. So all the clocks go off while he's on the phone with Doc,
Yeah.
and he says what time it is. And, clock. They're 25 minutes slow or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm late for school. He's wearing a watch. The whole movie he wears a watch.
Well,
And he's not in there for long. So, like, he was either already pushing it, he had to be completely not paying attention to the time.
I mean, maybe there's some sort of weird symbolism with the watch not working along with the clock tower not working.
Well, I would accept that, except for when he's in the diner trying to use the phone, his watch starts beeping.
Oh. Hmm.
Remember? And he
Nice.
kind of shakes it, and the dude looks at him weird.
Oh, yeah, I saw he did like shake his hand a few times. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, the watch, like, the alarm started going off or something.
Okay. So there was a scene that I'm like, come on, man. It was when the Libyans were shooting at him, and there's, look, they were this Volkswagen microbus or whatever it was pulls up with these like Libyan terrorists that hired Dr. Brown to build them some sort of nuclear bomb. but he cheated them. So they're there to kill him, and they're using machine guns and firing at him, and he's up against like his van, and it's just like you see little sparks, but there's no dents, there's no holes, there's nothing. It's just like it's like a machine pellet gun or something. I don't even that would have done something more. But so that was like, this is blatantly. I mean, come on, Steven Spielberg, what are you doing here? I mean, I thought the other like graphic CGI was pretty cool, and there was a lot of interesting sci-fi stuff there. But like that, the whole realism part with that was straight trash.
Did you notice? There's a lot of cool small stuff people might not notice the first time watching. They meet at Twin Pines Mall. Marty goes back in time, and then on his way off of that farm, he runs over one of two pine trees, like in the front.
Oh, no, I did not see that.
And at the end of the movie, when he comes back, it's called Lone Pine Mall.
Oh, they did do a lot of things like that where.
A lot of time jokes.
Yes.
Mentioning something that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, or.
Which is very predictable for a time travel movie to do, but it's still funny.
Yeah, like you'll see just the small stuff, like the theater is an adult theater in 1985,
Yes.
and he goes back, and I don't know what was on the screen.
It said Assembly of Christ.
Yeah, so
I
the
actually
opposite.
wrote it down when I saw it. Because originally it said Orgy American Style.
Yes. And it said
I wrote that down.
XXX. And I'm like, okay, that's something to watch. Because I also noticed at his high school there was some graffiti, and I didn't really see it, and all I see is smegma written. This just says smegma, and so I feel like I should go back and see what else was around that to see. Like, did I miss something better? Like, what's up with that? But that was, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. There's very small things in the backgrounds, and like background acting and sounds and things you hear that are like realistic, I would say. You know, that's how life is. It's not just about the two people talking right there. There's a whole world behind it. So.
Yeah.
I thought that was really nice.
And in contrast to that realism, there's a guy who wears 3D glasses the whole movie.
Which
every time you see him.
Yeah. I mean,
who would do that?
Damn it. I don't know, but maybe I should start doing that. A nice new look. Nice new look for Soy Boy.
The funny part is, I wrote that down as a note, and then later in the movie, he mentions it. This motherfucker's wearing glasses the whole time.
The whole time. He's always wearing 3D glasses.
Yeah.
I'll say, I don't have any other like real notes or anything about it. I'll say overall, I really liked it. It was a really enjoyable movie.
Well, it's got jean jackets and a small sample of Van Halen, so.
But like I mentioned before, everything has flaws, and for those terrible things that Shadow Man mentioned, that we have like great things like, Biff being the typical standard villain bully type who, always, it works out for the good guy in the end. So you see that, you see, I thought what was really cool was Marty going back in time, meeting his father, and like bonding with his dad, and like seeing, because I know I've thought about it. I don't know if you people have, but I wonder what my parents were at my age. Like I wonder how they acted. I wonder if I would be friends with them. I wondered if I'd talk to them, if I'd like them, hate them, whatever.
That's how the movie actually first got started with the two writers. One of them was looking through his father's stuff or something and noticed in his yearbook he was the class president, and he had no idea. And he thought, would I even have been friends with my father when I was, if I would have gone to high school with him? That's what sparked the idea.
Oh wow, yeah.
To make the movie.
I had no idea, but that came across to me. Like it was, like I wonder, because Marty is this typical cool guy, I mean, I guess in the 80s it was cool for jean jackets. I don't know. But, his hairstyle, his jacket, just his demeanor, things he said and did. And then you go and see his father, and his father is not quite that. It's a little bit different. And So it's just really weird to see, how those two completely different things interact, and it works out in the end.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about particularly the writing of the movie. It's a pretty complex story with the little intricacies there, but they pull it off in a way that's very simple to understand. Like particularly with the picture with him and his siblings.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
slowly disappearing. It's a very easy way to see, okay, things are being affected without having to give a long explanation. And then, towards the end, they all come back in the picture, and okay, everything's good.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
It's
no,
just
questions.
very well done.
Yeah, it was really well done. Just the whole thing, just the different genres it went across, like the acting,
They actually had a hard time getting this made. No studio wanted to back them because at the time, like a teenage comedy, those were all raunchy. So everyone kept saying, go to Disney with this. And Disney kept saying, this has hints of incest. We're not doing this.
Yes. It's in between. All right, yeah.
My note here was PG incest.
Which is the worst kind of incest.
There's degrees.
Well, anyway, Shadow Man, do you have other items to add to this?
I have one last note here.
Okay.
Did you notice who played Marty's older brother?
No.
It's Jimmy Olsen from the Superman movies.
Oh.
The photographer kid.
Oh.
He was in all 4 of them.
Huh. Yeah, I did not notice that.
What's next?
Well, next is a film which there will not be any PG incest, so just so you guys
I'm bored
are aware.
already.
And you will be bored during it because episode 19 will be 2007's There Will Be Blood. Of course, Daniel Day-Lewis, can't get any better than that. Paul Dano, can't get any better than that. Those two together, perfect.
I have no idea what to expect.
He really does not. So, join us next time for the amazing film, There Will Be Blood. And glad to see you guys.